Alright, hello and good morning everybody. It is I, Granorite, and here we are back with another episode of Let's Play Pokemon Emerald with our next Gen 3 type challenge of Rock type of Aerodactyl, Kabuto, Sudowoodo, Relicanth, and Lunatone. So as we do, let's read our Pokemon biologies and then get our team up to level 7. So we have Aerodactyl here with Pressure, currently just knows Wing Attack. And so what do we know about Aerodactyl? Aerodactyl is a slow leveling rate Pokemon. Aerodactyl is a reptilian, bipedal, prehistoric Pokemon that resembles a pterosaur with several draconic features. It has small, sharply pointed ears, narrow, dark green eyes, a ridged snout, a gaping mouth, and a strong lower jaw full of serrated fangs. Its body is covered in light blue-gray skin, and it has a large violet membranous wings. The clawed hands at the end of each wing allow it to grasp objects. There's a hump-like ridge with a spike on its back, and it has a strong tail with an arrow-shaped tip. Its taloned feet have 2 toes in the front and 1 in the back, and are capable of scooping up and tightly clutching its prey in flight. Aerodactyl's serrated saw-like fangs and ferocious attitude were very imposing in its time. Its fangs can rip out throats and tear through the skin of any Pokemon to pieces, even Steel-type Pokemon. By spreading its wings, Aerodactyl is believed to have flown by gliding through the skies, freely letting out its high-pitched cries. However, it is slow to walk on land. It liked to nest in the mountains, where it enjoyed both safety and seclusion. Aerodactyl lived in prehistoric times. It was theorized to become extinct thanks to a giant meteor impact. It was restored in modern times using genetic material extracted from amber. Some casualties occurred during these events. Even still, this restoration is not considered perfect. And our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Aerodactyl: Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald all say Aerodactyl is a Pokemon from the age of dinosaurs. It was regenerated from genetic material extracted from amber. It is imagined to have been the king of the skies in ancient times. Fire Red says it was regenerated from dinosaurs' genetic matter that was found in amber. It flies with high-pitched cries. And Leaf Green says a ferocious prehistoric Pokemon that goes for the enemy's throat with its serrated saw-like fangs. Next we have Kabuto, which has Swift Swim for its ability. Currently no Scratch and Harden. Kabuto is a medium fast leveling rate Pokemon. Kabuto is a small arthropod Pokemon resembling a horseshoe crab. It is mostly flat with a protective brown shell covering its body. There are 2 small black eyes on top of its shell, which it uses for sight when it hides on the ocean floor. Underneath the shell is a black space that hides the structure of its main body. Only its 4 short yellow legs and Sorry, I can't read without my glasses. Second pair of luminescent red eyes are visible on its underside. In its original time, Kabuto was prominently found on beaches, likely aided by its fast and powerful swimming ability. While it commonly believed to be extinct, isolated populations of Kabuto have been unchanged for 300 million years. In our Gen 3 Pokedex information, Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald all say Kabuto is a Pokemon that has been regenerated from a fossil. However, in extremely rare cases, living examples have been discovered. The Pokemon has not changed at all for 300 million years. Fire Red says this Pokemon was regenerated from a fossil of an ancient creature. It protects itself with a hard shell. And Leaf Green says a Pokemon that was regenerated from a fossil found in what was once the ocean floor long ago. Alright, next we have Sudowoodo, which is a medium fast leveling rate Pokemon. Has Sturdy for its ability, which we know in this gen doesn't do much for us. Currently knows Rock Throw and Mimic. Sudowoodo is a Pokemon that has a brown log-shaped body with yellow spots. It has short legs with toeless feet and thin forearms with 3 green spheres at the end of its fingers. It has a forked branch on top of its head, which is shorter on a female than on a male. Despite its appearance, Sudowoodo's composition is closer to a rock than a plant. Originally, it was incorrectly believed to be grass type. Sudowoodo disguises itself as a tree and stands along paths to avoid being attacked. Sudowoodo's camouflage fails in the winter, as its forelegs remain green, unlike real trees. Sudowoodo is very weak to water and hates it, so when it starts to rain, it will break their disguise and flee to the nearest source of shelter. Because it holds its position for so long, its arms have become supple yet strong. It's popular with the elderly, and with available magazines and fans devoted to its arm angle and length. Sudowoodo can be found living in forests, sometimes sharing a habitat with Trevenant. As mentioned in Pokemon Sleep, Sudowoodo is known to keep its tree mimicry even when sleeping. However, will occasionally let this stance and sleep. However, it would occasionally not keep its stance and sleep on the ground instead. Generation 2, Mimic was its signature move. And our Gen 3 Pokedex information, Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald all say Sudowoodo camouflages itself as a tree to avoid being attacked by enemies. However, because the forelegs remain green throughout the year, the Pokemon is easily identified as a fake during the winter. Fire Red says that it disguises itself as a tree to avoid attack. It hates water, so it disappears if it starts raining. And Leaf Green says, although it always pretends to be a tree, its composition is closer to a rock than a plant. And then next we have Relicanth, which has Swift Swim as its ability, raises speed in the rain, currently knows Tackle and Harden. Relicanth is a slow leveling rate Pokemon. Relicanth is a Pokemon that is heavily based on the Coelacanth. It is covered with hard brown scales that are similar to craggy rocks. Its tan head has protruding cheekbones, which are smaller on a female. A triangular spike protrudes from the back of its head. Tan patches cover its body, and there's a red spot located on both sides. It possesses 2 pairs of pectoral fins, which it uses to push itself along the sea bottom. Occasionally, it has a dorsal fin and pelvic fins near its tail. Its tail fin has a wavy outline. The composition of its scales, along with its fatty body and oil-filled swim bladders, allow it to withstand the intense pressure of the ocean depths. Relicanth once had teeth, but they have long since atrophied. As such, Relicanth is a filter feeder, feeding on microscopic organisms that it sucks up with its toothless mouth. It has remained unchanged for 100 million years and stays as such because it already has a perfect life form. Because it is already a perfect life form. It was discovered during a deep-sea expedition. Relicanth's name comes from an explorer whose name served as a variation of it. And our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Relicanth. Ruby says Relicanth is a Pokemon species that existed for 100 million years without ever changing its form. This ancient Pokemon feeds on microscopic organisms with its toothless mouth. Sapphire says Relicanth is a rare species that was discovered in deep sea explorations. This Pokemon's body withstands the enormous water pressure of the ocean depths. Its body is covered in tough scales that are like craggy rocks. Emerald says a Pokemon that was once believed to be extinct. The Pokemon has not changed its form over 100 million years. It walks on the seafloor using its pectoral fins. And Fire Red and Leaf Green say it has remained unchanged for 100 million years. It was discovered during a deep sea exploration. And then last but not least, we have Lunatone, which has Levitate for its ability, currently knows Tackle and Harden. Lunatone is a fast leveling rate Pokemon. Lunatone is a cream-colored rock Pokemon with a crescent moon shape. In the center of the crescent is a pointed beak-like structure. It has deep-set red eyes, which can cause paralyzing fear or induce sleep. Lunatone lives in caves and becomes active under a full moon. The moon increases its power, and its health is tied to the lunar phases. Using its psychic powers, Lunatone floats through the air. It was first discovered at the site of a meteor crash. There's a theory that Lunatone may have originated from space. And our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Lunatone. Ruby says Lunatone was discovered at the location where a meteorite fell. As a result, some people theorize that this Pokemon came from space. However, no one has been able to prove this theory so far. Sapphire says Lunatone becomes active around the time of a full moon. Instead of walking, it moves by floating in midair. The Pokemon's intimidating red eyes cause all those who see it to become transfixed with fear. Emerald says it becomes very active on the night of a full moon. This Pokemon was first discovered 40 years ago at the site of a meteor strike, And Fire Red and Leaf Green say its health ebbs and flows with the lunar cycle. It brims with power when exposed to the light of a full moon. And that is all of our information on our Pokemon. We'll work to get them up to level 7, starting with Aerodactyl here, who wants speed and attack. So we're looking for Poochyinnas and Zigzagoons. And I can already tell you that Aerodactyl is probably going to be our team MVP. Real powerhouse of a Pokemon. I don't really know who's going to be our worst, though. We're going to make Aerodactyl be just a, power attacker. A fast, strong hitter. Really work off that high attack stat that it's got. Come on. One more, if we could just find one more, please. Thank you. Alright, now we'll do Lunatone, who's going to be our special attacker and special defender. So we want special attack, special defense, which means we want Ralts and Lotads. And there's a Ralts. That is actually an excellent find. See if we can get through this Lotad. It's going to be super effective against us with Astonish, which is always worrying. Let's go heal, just in case we run into another Lotad. We have good defense, but super effective, you know? It's still going to hurt a lot. Yeah, 5 damage is nothing to scoff at. Ow! Critical hit? Did like 11 damage to us. Really, Lunatone's going to be our only one that we have to go back and heal with as we level it up, just because of it being weak to Astonish. Everybody else won't have any issues. There we go. And we learned Confusion. Excellent. Alright, let's swap up Relicanth now, who's going to be our Super Soaker Wall. So we want HP and defense with Relicanth. So we're looking for Wurmples and Seedots. And I don't expect to see any Seedots, but any Wurmples we can find, excellent. No. No. It's all the stuff Lunatone wants. Oh, a Seedot. What do you know? Come on, Relicanth, you can do it. Running a little low on tackles. So we'll go back and heal just to get our tackles back. Excellent. Sudowoodo, we want attack and defense, so Poochyenas and Seedots. Don't expect to see any Seedots, so we'll just take out the Poochyenas whenever we can get them. But we've got our 2 slow levelers done already, so hopefully these last 2 will go a little quicker. Now, what did we have on the last team that was slow? We had Groudon and we had 3 that were slow. Because we had Groudon, Rhyhorn, and Larvitar. Poochyenas. Poochyenas. Really just ran out of rock throws, that's why we ran back. Alright, and then that just leaves Kabuto, who wants attack and speed, just like Aerodactyl. So Zigzagoons and Poochyenas is what we're looking for. Excellent. Almost there. Well, that one had a berry. Tricky, tricky. Since we were a little low on health, we'll go back and heal. And there we go. All right. So let's go with Sudowoodo first. As we start knocking through these trainers. And that's it. Easy peasy. Let's swap up Relicanth. Good job. Excellent. Now we'll come in with Kabuto for this next fight. Ski Ratch. Well, a couple growls. It's not ideal, but it'll be okay. We'll swap off a Kabuto just because of the attack drops. Swap to Aerodactyl here. Wing attack. Good critical. Now, this fight has a Shroomish in it, and even though I really want HP on Relicanth, I'm not sending Relicanth out against a Shroomish. That is just a death sentence. So we'll get some HP on Aerodactyl, because it's not going to need all those speed EVs, like maxing that out, and we're okay getting some other stats on it. Nice. Alright, let's pick up this potion. Oh, and I do have 5 billion rare candies in my inventory already, and that's just because just like last game, it's easier for me just to get them in at the beginning when I'm already got the Game Shark open in the emulator to get Pokemon. It just kind of saves me from having to do it again later. Let Wally catch his Pokemon, like we do. Okay. This guy starts off with a Zigzagoon. We'll let Kabuto take it on. So we have 2 Pokemon that are good against water. And then one that's good against grass and fighting. Which I think are... Oh, and steel is our other one. Which I guess the Lunatone... Well, and the water types are resistant to steel, aren't they? C-Dot. We go to Relicanth. Are we faster than it? Yes. That's fine. Good critical. Alright, so we hardened a few times here. Do it again. All right, now we'll go in for the knockout. We don't want to risk accidentally getting taken down by C-Dot. There's Water Gun for Relicanth. That's pretty nice. It's going to make the first gym pretty easy for us. Good deal. Aerodactyl eats fish. Headline of the day. Weak attack. Good deal. We've now learned agility on Aerodactyl. So just in case we weren't going first, now we for sure can. We got the first one with a single water gun, not so lucky with the second one. Tackle. Bam. Good deal. Alright, let's swap Sudowoodo up for the next fight. Blah, 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 blah. Fight me. Well, that's not very nice. Our rock throw is already not fully accurate. There we got one. Come on. There we go, Sudowoodo. Alright, we're going to throw Lunatone out to get a couple defense here so that when we do the double battle with it, it'll be at a neutral. Now this other one, let's go Relicanth. Yeah. Easy. We get Bullet Seed, a couple Cherry Berries, and a couple Oran Berries. Pretty sure no one can learn Bullet Seed. Yeah. That's a negatory. Nice. Okay, next one starts with the Shroomish. No, starts with the Lotad. And so we'll throw Relicanth out against the Lotad so that it can be a multiple of 4 after the double battle on its special defense. Excellent. And then we'll go to Aerodactyl for the Shroomish. And then we already have Relicanth and Lunatone up for the next double battle. Alright, let's take out the Lotad first. Nice. Alright, well if it's already using Bide, we're just gonna double harden a couple turns. Even though I'm sure I probably didn't need to do that to take it out before the Bide went off, but and definitely didn't if that confusion did it. But it's good, nice just to be safe. And let's swap up Kabuto to knock out these fish. Good critical. And this should finish it off. Couple more cherry berries, couple lepa berries. We'll go ahead and grab this. Let's get cut. And teach it. And then we'll heal up, and that'll be the end of the episode. So I will level up to 15 off screen, and then we will be back tomorrow with more Pokemon. Until then, we will see you next time.